Yeah.
Okay. Who do they just want to talk to me, or what's going on? Is that
Pretty
them
much
in the
state everything. Pretty much say everything and everything.
Is that them in the private? Should I go down there?
I'll bring him here.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Were you watching my stream?
I was watching. Well, not your. If you're streaming right now, I wasn't watching that one. I
Oh,
was
okay,
watching
okay.
the fucking fuck.
The shit from
Fucking
yesterday
fuck.
with like the
That
16-year-old.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Wait, so who are you first? Like, you said you were like staff or some shit?
OG Birdie used to be staff for Kingsters and Stoners.
Okay.
I'm gonna start off with the shit that. So, I noticed in your video you seemed a wee bit confused about the hierarchy of Kingsters and Stoners and how it operates. So, it's basically a tiered system of volunteer. They get no fucking information. They get no fucking anything. It's someone who just helps out every now and then if they feel like it. Freelancer, which is where they have access to the freelancer chats with more information. So freelancers will know very little.
Okay.
Staff have access to a staff chat where everything gets fucking posted. I remember back in the staff chat, it was every little accusation that was thrown at us, we were told how to react. Admins have access to an admin chat where I haven't been in there, but I do know for a fact that that is where they say what actually happened. And then there's HR, which deals with staff complaints. They're not really a part of the system. And the owner, Quiche Dumb Puppy.
What was that? Go ahead.
The owner was Kishi Dumb Puppy.
I see. She has like dumb puppy or something in her like pronouns now. But yeah, go ahead.
So, from having been staff at Kingsters and Stoners, I'll start at the not so bad shit.
Okay.
And go up the way. The not so bad shit, when I was staffing, often Kishi would just open instances of any fucking random ass world in like Prismic's avatar search and basically any fucking chill world while she was world hopping, make it a group public, and leave and tell nobody. So obviously filled with kids.
Yeah.
But it'd also be filled with our members discussing adult topics because, you know, it's the nature of the group.
Yeah.
And the members couldn't moderate the instances. It wasn't their fucking job to do so. It was ours, but we didn't know these instances were open. So every time that I went into a Prismic's avatar search world or similar, on one half of the room, there would be people looking up very... I mean, most people were actually pretty good about not wearing NSFW avatars in front of kids, but they'd be looking up adult avatars.
Yeah.
Very scantily clad women, nothing nude, but, you know. Then... on the other side, you'd hear 4 screaming children trying to find another Ugandan Knuckles avatar.
Right.
And just that on every single day when I was doing what we'd call the rounds, where you hop from world to world and check and make sure they're running correctly.
A little weird, but nothing too crazy there.
Minors. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little odd. It happens in a lot of 18+ groups where a group public instance will be opened, maybe by accident, maybe be forgotten about, and it'll fill with kids. It fucking happens. Then in the bar, there were a good few times I caught minors going through the security system. Most of the time they lied. Most of the time you could tell they were kids anyways, but
right.
You're so scared of judging someone based on voice, based on how, like, they're being. You know, you don't want to call someone a kid just because they're running back and forth or wearing a childish avatar. You don't want to be a dick and say they're a kid, but you gotta be a dick. You gotta just be the asshole. And call them out and just be like, mate, can't have you in here. So a lot of kids got in that way just by lying about their age. And we're all really bad at math, so that did not help at all, especially me. I'm not gonna lie, I let a few in. And it can take a while for them to get kicked. Some people will attempt to redirect and just tell the kid, like, hey, go into this portal, head to a 13+ bar, head to this Among Us world, go play golf. But that's very few and far between. Um, then when it comes to the more fucked up shit, if you join the server, you can see porn.
Right.
Just
Yeah, I
straight up.
mean, they've denied that every single
Personally,
time we've asked them, but literally everybody's like,
yeah.
oh yeah, we just join and there's porn in there.
Okay,
So,
you can see porn. You cannot see user images. Like
right.
you cannot see
But like,
images
honestly,
that
that doesn't
people
even
think of
matter from
themselves.
like,
It doesn't.
yeah.
There's been a debate in the server for since I joined, which was a long fucking time ago. Let me actually get the date for you by checking the mod mail when I put in my fucking verification request. Oh god, that'll be a while ago. But no, you can just straight up see porn. And
Right.
it's not great, because it's one thing if a kid searches up porn on the internet. Like, that's them looking for it. Yeah, it was April of this year that I had joined the team.
Okay.
It's another entirely if a kid sees, especially hardcore kinky porn posted by individuals and can comment on it and can like it and can share it and that sort of shit. Especially in a server where they might not have expected to see that shit. Because if a kid is Googling it, kid knows what the fuck it is already.
Mm-hmm.
If a kid joins a Discord server and sees it, they weren't meaning to see that shit.
Yeah.
Verification is... I was never involved in the verification because that was an admin's task when I was staff. I didn't have access to the verification or helping with that, but I do know from my own personal verification, you have to show ID, a picture of you, and a piece of paper with some information on it. And it's... how do I put this without being a cunt? It's shoddy at best. Someone can just grab their mammy's ID and use it. Like, I know that they have accepted pictures of just ID before, which means that kids have definitely just robbed their mom's ID out of their purse and post a picture of it. And also, though, that is not deleted. Mine is still up there. Still, anybody on the staff team can go and look at it.
That's weird.
All of, which I'm actually going to delete that now because fuck that. I just realized that anybody could just scroll up in the chat and see it very easily.
Yeah, I mean,
most ID verified communities delete that shit instantly.
I would never verify in a VRCHAT community, especially with my reputation. Some motherfuckers would just come to my house.
In a good few.
Yeah.
I'm verified in Dusk v City Nights since I trust them. I'd only verify in ones that I actually can trust.
Yeah.
And that have been long-standing or very professional communities, like Last Station's been around for fucking ever. Dusk v City Nights, you know, they're being held to standards. They have VRCHAT staff, like, monitoring and taking a look at things. And I've been on VRCHAT for 5 fucking years now. I've seen quite a lot. I've moved around communities. I joined when I was 16, I'm 20 now. So I've been in both the 18 plus and the under 18 sections, and I won't lie, I've been in 18 plus areas when I was 17.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what kids do. Kids want to be
Can I ask you a question real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
As a 17-year-old, were you ever knowingly allowed, like did they know you were a 17-year-old and allow you into the 18 plus areas in any instance? Not necessarily them specifically, but just any time you've ever tried.
Not Kingsters and Stoners, since I was, God, I would have been 20 when I joined them.
But like any group ever.
But yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's what I've heard, so.
Fucking shit tons.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be a case of me going in with a friend, me not realizing it's 18 plus or something.
And they're
the friend saying,
close enough.
No, they're with me. It's fine.
Yeah.
Don't bring your fucking friend. Don't bring your minor friends into 18 plus instances. It's really bad for them. Then when it goes to the most fucked up shit I've seen in there, first, when you're working there, it's fucking weird. There's a minimum amount of days required to work. Like, you had to be online.
That explains why those fuckers were so goddamn miserable yesterday. Fucking losers.
Yeah. I never obeyed that. I just said I'm GMT, saws can't. I could, but never fucking obeyed that shit. And as well, a lot of sexual harassment from the upper admins. A lot of the time, especially the women, but it did happen to the more submissive feminine men as well.
I see.
You'd be hit on. You'd get your ass slapped, and you go and say to another admin, hey, is this okay? Is this person allowed to do this? And they're like, yeah, no, it's all just banter. It's all just banter. Are you okay? And you kind of feel pressured to say you're okay when you're not.
Sure.
Because if you say you're not okay, then it becomes a disciplinary hearing and a pull them into a side room and talk to them. And just explain to them that, no, they're just friends with you. It's okay. And a lot, again, with the admin abuse, it's a lot of the time the people will come up and it's trolls. It's yous lads. I'm not gonna fucking lie.
Right.
I've been on VRCHAT for fucking 5 years. Trolling's fine. People make too much of a big deal about it sometimes, but in small amounts when it's actually funny and not just some kid screaming. And the admins, if you as a user or a troll went up to an admin and said, hey, insert person here was rude to me, they would punish that person without investigating whatsoever.
Okay.
Which is endlessly fucking funny to me.
Right.
But you get fucking screamed at, and you're just like, what
Do they still do that? Do you think?
Yes.
All right.
I've heard it from friends, because I've got some friends that are still in there.
Okay, good.
And it definitely happened a lot when I was there. I think it has gone down just because the original people that were doing that shit are kind of less active and gone. But considering the ones that did it are still there, it's probably still fucking going on.
Do you want to name drop anybody?
I don't think I'm gonna, because I don't want any risk of them getting doxxed or harassed just because it's...
Okay.
It happened a lot where you'd get threatened to get doxxed when you were working. A lot. And I know that the owner has been doxxed several times. But the funny thing about doxing is half the goddamn members do it.
True.
This is the only time I'm gonna fucking name drop, because this is a known one. This Dustview City Nights verified nuisances, like VRCHAT investigation ongoing type of one. Poof is a known doxer and crasher.
Oh, that guy's a stupid
the gorilla
fuck.
dude you talk to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Known doxer and crasher has posted people's full home addresses before and full legal names. Multiple times. There's been proof of this shown, and he's still working for them because I don't fucking know. There was a whole thing where we used to work with client users and crashers and shit.
Huh.
Yeah. They say they're so against it, but I can guarantee you in almost every single one of the instances that I worked in, there was a client user floating around because they wanted to fight fire with fire. It never worked.
Whoops.
I
might have to ban them.
Yep.
Oh no, what is it? I think half the time it was just the fucking the client users were the ones crashing us, which is honestly funny, fair play to them. The ones that we had hired were crashing us, I'm pretty sure, which is absolutely hilarious to me. Then there's also been a couple times where freelancers, when you're working as a freelancer, at first you are not required to verify. Because you're not required to verify in Kingsters and Stoners, but if you work as staff, you are required to become ID verified, and they do get a little more stringent when it comes to staff, but freelancers, there is a sort of time period where you don't have to verify yet. So there have been a few found out to be minors. Very few, but there've been a couple. And if you do want proof of like kids being in KNS instances, just start going to Club B. Just start going to Club B, chill there for a bit. You will hear a child. And when you look for staff, they will be dragged into a disciplinary hearing in a private room and unable to be reached, do not disturb on, and everything. But the worst thing that I have ever personally seen, I've got one thing I've personally seen. One is a story from another bar owner that I have heard and that I have not seen the proof of, but I have been told that there is video proof of this. So the one that I saw personally, Kingston and Stoners does a dungeon night. It's an ERP event. It's group only for the ID verified people. I believe it's not technically group only for ID verified. I believe it's just a Kingsters and Stoners normal group. Group Plus? Oh, my boyfriend's just after telling me it's Group Plus. He's still in the server as a... just kind of fucking watching over things. Because I run my own bar, and there are crashers in that group that do conspire to come to certain places and other bars to crash them. So, we gotta keep an eye on shit. But at one of these Dungeon Night instances, back when they used to be Group Plus and in random worlds, I was well, I wasn't even staffing, I was pished out by fucking mind. I'm not gonna fucking lie here. Because I'm Irish and we're always drunk. But I was chilling, I had told everybody, I'm not staffing this today, I'm so sorry, I'm just fucked up in the head, I just want to sit and enjoy with my friends. And relax. And I noticed someone join. And I checked their bio, because I'm checking the bio of everyone that's joining, just to check, hey, do I know that person? Or are they going to cause issues for us? The bio says I'm 15. It's a Dungeon Night instance with active ERP ongoing. And I hear across the room, oh my god, guys, my kid is here! And the kid runs over, and I hear the voice, and it's young as fuck. And I'm looking around at the other staff, like, is someone gonna fucking kick this child? The VR mother of this kid continues ERPing, continues playing, while the kid is right in fucking front of her.
Who is that?
So...
Who is the person that brought the kid in there?
It was the VR mother who had sent an invite to the kid.
You don't want to say
VR
who it
mother,
was?
I don't remember her username.
Was it like one of the staff though?
No, it wasn't one of the staff. It was one of the regular members though.
Hold on.
Server muted whoever there.
No, get this dickhead out of here. We don't need him here right now. He'll be here another day.
Fair enough.
Yeah, go ahead.
And the mother's continuing playing. She's spread eagle on a fucking kink hoist thing. You know, I ran in there aggressive. I'm not gonna fucking lie. I was being super aggressive, super angry. Because I'm pissed out my fucking mind. I'm not meant to be staffing. Nobody else is doing anything, and there is a child, and someone is ERPing in front of them. A child that they know is a child by the sounds of things.
Yeah.
So I go over, I say, hey kid, 18 plus only, sorry, kick the kid, because I didn't want to be a dick.
Right.
And then I go off on the mother and I say, what the fuck were you doing inviting that kid? You put yourself on fucking red right now, you don't bring in another person, what the fuck was that? Going off on her, and she's saying, no, I didn't mean to. And I go, and I say to her, you're fucking age verifying right now, what's your age and date of birth? And she's saying, I don't have to, I'm in the group. And I'm going, no, you brought a kid in here, either you're a pedo or you're a child. Which one age verify now? And another staff member comes over and drags me aside, and says, Birdie, you're being really aggressive. What the fuck is going on? You're being way too angry for this situation. Go, leave.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wait, who was that? Do you know any of the people involved? Like,
I know that Kishi herself was in that instance.
Of course. Are you sure it wasn't her with the fucking age regression shit? She literally has.
No, it wasn't her that had the VR kid there. It wasn't her that had the VR kid there. It definitely wasn't.
Are you? Would you say? Would you say that she's aware that was going on? Like, do you think she knew that was going on?
She was there.
But do you think she like knew?
It was a small world. she would have either heard the kid or heard someone say, my VR kid is here. If she didn't hear, I would be surprised, but as the owner, you do have a responsibility to moderate your own group.
Do you
And
think
you
it's
do have a
possible that
responsibility.
she like knew about that situation already and perhaps witnessed it or been a part of it in other occasions? Like I assume that wasn't the first time that happened.
No, I don't think she's a fucking pedo or anything. I don't think... My boyfriend's laughing his ass off right now, because apparently he knows otherwise. Baby,
Oh.
give me proof when you have it.
Okay.
But I really don't think she's a pedo. At all. I just think she doesn't know how to run a group. And she doesn't realize the severity of running a lewd NSFW group while being a lewd NSFW group on VRCHAT should be kept in private. Or at least have slightly stricter regulations, because I run a lewd NSFW group. We try and be strict on kids being there. We try to be friendly and say, hey, go to an Among Us instance, go play.
Yeah.
And drop a portal for them. I think she just doesn't run it right.
Okay, but like, wait, what about like, you know, she's very into this like age regression shit and like a lot of things that if it was like, okay, she has a lot of stuff with like non-consensual or CNC shit, right? There's a lot of that going on and a lot of age regression, which is like, wow, thank God this stuff is all done with consenting adults, otherwise it'd be weird. But then it's like, wait a minute, there's kids involved. Suddenly it doesn't seem like it's just a kink. It's like, wait, no, your kink is that you're actually into forcefully doing things and with the kids.
No, I don't think she's a fucking pedo. The age regression, I know for her, is a trauma coping mechanism. To explain a little bit about age regression, just because I'm someone that does it as well due to childhood trauma. Age regression is where after trauma, the brain reverts back to a younger state of mind or a younger state of being, because the brain just can't handle what's going on right now and wants to be a little bit in a younger state of mind. Everything's easier, everything's
Childish.
simpler. Yeah, you want to be childish because everything is simpler when you're a kid. It's not, oh god, the entire world is collapsing in on me. It's, I can't find my teddy bear. But your brain focuses on the much smaller issues and kind of...
Okay, let me ask you straight up.
To decide. Yeah.
Don't you think it's very easy for somebody that's into like actual weird shit with that to try and use that as an excuse to like blend in?
Yes.
What do you think of what the fuck is that guy's name that we were watching when doing like the fucking baby shit? What was that guy's name, Sam?
One moment.
Something 13.
One
Donnie 13
it's
or
Donnie
something.
13.
You know who that guy is?
Yeah, I know him from back in the day.
I've heard some shit about him.
What'd you hear about him?
Well, I mean, I've seen some shit, and we've heard that he apparently was harassing somebody, a 16-year-old, for trying to upload evidence of them doing some sketchy shit, talking about weird fetish shit on an alt account.
I've not heard anything about this, I'm not gonna lie.
Do you think he's a weirdo?
No.
Did you see the clip of him like in like the baby chair, like talking like a baby and stuff?
That'd be part of age regression. You act like a child to get away from life. If it was at one of the little instances,
it looked like
then...
it. There's a bunch of babies in little fucking like little feeding chairs with a tray.
Yeah, there's definitely people that do use it for a sexual thing, and do use it as an excuse. And there are ways of having it be a sexual thing to cope with the trauma, replay out traumatic experiences again, but this time in a safe environment to trick your brain into thinking the original one was safe.
See, I mean, all that is very
parents.
borderline to me, but like it's the fact that they're literally involving kids. Like, for example, the person that you explained that brought in their fucking VR kid or whatever, Is that
Hmm.
person an age regressor? If you know, or would you not be able to?
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay.
At the time, we didn't have the littles
Oh, I see.
instance or anything.
It was just the low key littles where they brought actual 15-year-olds in there.
Hmm.
That was like the underground OG littles. Where, I mean, that almost sounds like a natural progression of like, hey, I like kids, but I keep getting caught doing it undercover. So let's bring up this age regression thing. That way we can bring kids in here and act like kids without people batting an eye. Because no, it's not that. It's just this very similar thing that conveniently would cover it up at least a little bit. Obviously, maybe it wasn't like that, but I mean, you know.
To my knowledge, the littles instances are 18 plus.
Right.
To my knowledge, being the key word there.
Wait,
Um,
not to interrupt you, but that girl that was exposed for being like a 16-year-old, like, did you know her or do you know of her or anything like that?
mm,
Maybe she came more recently. I don't know. That
probably
kitten girl.
more recently. I haven't. Yeah, no, I haven't. Look, I've heard the usernames thrown around, but
That,
I've not heard anything about it.
do you know if she was actually staff or anything?
What's the username?
It was something like kitten, like with like weird text. Maybe somebody
No,
here.
no clue. No fucking clue.
idea.
I'm not gonna lie, right?
Okay, maybe just like newer. But okay,
the
well, in that bar world, you saw that part, right? Where I was in the jail.
Mhm.
Why would she be there if she wasn't staff or like close to them? Like, how would she? I don't even know how you get into there.
Oh, she was in the staff area, then she's either volunteering and wanting to be staff and has not verified yet, or freelancer has not verified yet. Since the way that Sunset Bar works is you give somebody staff permissions to enter any of the doors that have a 1 on them.
I see. So there's no possible way.
You have to manually be given staff permissions or have them auto given to you by assigning it through their website. So someone manually had to let her in.
Okay. So yeah, that's a little bit like concerning, right? Because they say that they're trying to not involve kids, but like if they're trying to, they're doing a pretty bad job by letting one slip right under their nose, like right in front of me when I'm putting them on. Like, I mean, they know what I was doing. Like the boyfriend of the girl, like the owner, said he knew who I was. Like they knew what I was doing. They knew what I was about. So for them to fuck up that badly in that situation, it makes you wonder like how badly are they fucking up average, like on average, you know?
Back when I was working there, there was I noticed a good few slip through the cracks, but
someone got her thing here. If you want, I could. Do you have my stream open or anything? I could show it.
A lot of people are DMing me, by the way, about this. A lot of people.
Okay.
From there. A few KNS members watching the stream. Hi, guys.
Kitten Arilon or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know her.
Yeah. Are any of the staff? Are any other like active staff watching? Do you know, or just like members?
There's at least one.
Are you like you don't want to tell me, or you're assuming there's
apparently DMing me? I've got someone who. Sorry, mate. I don't remember you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Either you've changed your username or no. The staff being under 18. So I've been told that now freelancers do have to verify since March.
So that person did. I mean, that person apparently did verify to them.
I've been working since April, and March comes before April, and I was not ID verified as a freelancer until a couple weeks afterwards.
Is there any of the staff, like active staff, messaging you?
I really don't remember who the fuck is messaging me.
Oh, okay. Do you think that they're watching? Do you think the staff are watching?
Yeah, they are.
Do you think they're all panicking right now, watching?
I definitely think a few are, because they are scared I'm gonna drive up shit for them. I will say, don't anybody dox the staff that are working there. Don't go harassing them. Don't go being a cunt.
Well, I am gonna make a promise that their instances are not gonna last long.
That's good.
if you're going to crash them, be very careful. There are users with epilepsy in there. Don't use epileptic seizure-causing crashers. And
Hey.
preferably don't crash them, just report them to VRCHAT.
Hey, people with
I'm gonna
crash
epilepsy,
them.
make sure that you don't join any of their instances. You might die. No, I'm kidding.
Who said I'm gonna crash them? No, I'm just gonna be friendly.
Yeah. Hey, listen.
Just report him to VRChat, man. Just
You,
report him to VRChat.
But he's VRChat staff allegedly, so he's got this. What I was gonna say, do you know? Like, okay, so here's the thing, right? We just heard one of like, I think that more of former or current staff, if they have something to say, they should come out like you did. Like you gave us a small story of your, you know, would you swear under perjury that happened, that there was a literal 15-year-old that was invited by one of the staff or members? Was it a staff or member that invited them?
Invited by one of the members. It
Member,
wasn't
okay.
a staff member that invited them.
Gotcha. But yeah, so some member in the group thought it was acceptable to invite their VR kid that's 15 into a private instance where they were actively engaged in ERP.
Yep.
Okay. So, yeah, go ahead.
There's more things that I could say. The rest is rumors.
Sure. I mean, I'm here for rumors. If you got some crazy rumors.
I ain't gonna share shit that I have not personally seen or have evidence of.
Give me like the worst thing you've heard.
I'm not gonna share shit that I don't have evidence of.
Well, yeah, but you can at least, if you suspect something that happened or if you have a concern, maybe somebody can come out and validate it or debunk it. I think that's a good idea.
Since it's a very harsh accusation and I do not have evidence, I'm not gonna, since it is an extremely harsh accusation.
Right. It's an accusation. That's fine.
Mm-hmm. Not one of pedophilia or crashing or doxing, worse than all that. So I'm not gonna fucking say shit off rumors.
You just said it's way worse. You already.
But why are you even saying that at all? Like you heard something. Like
it's
like if you're saying that to me, it sounds like
if you go digging and you go looking there, you are gonna find shit that is worse than anything.
If I'm gonna find it, why not just say it now? I mean, once again.
Well, what I'm trying to say is, like, if you're saying you don't want to say it because you're not 100% certain, I understand that. But if there's something that you think is of concern enough to even mention that, like, why not just tell us what you're concerned about, even if you don't know for certain or any other information? You know what I mean? Like, if there's something on your mind that you're like, I don't know about this, but this is something I heard, like, let us hear it and we can look into it. We're not taking what you're saying as fact or whatever.
Yeah, I get what you mean. It is that there are KNS staff watching this right now.
Right.
Ones that I previously was friends with. I don't know if you guys are going to want to be my fucking friends now. But
I mean,
you know that everything that I've said in here
if
is
they're
fact.
still in that group, I don't think you want to be their friends. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, they just had a child on their staff team. Like, you saw that with your own eyes, right?
That is not the fault of the staff directly.
Sure.
It is the fault of the owner and the admins.
But why would you be in the group of somebody who owns a group that allows kids like that right under her fucking nose? Like, she was actively there.
Cult.
What's that?
It is a cult that follows the BITE model. If you look up the BITE model, which is the definition that psychologists and stuff use to define what a cult is, it does fit that.
Okay.
So they are trapped there and made to feel guilty and like betrayal.
I mean, that just sounds like they need to take the headset off, but I hear what you're saying. It's
not just that, it kind of takes over your life.
What?
Like, because the minimum hours required and
okay, yeah, I mean, listen, I don't know about you, but if someone told me I had to work a fucking VR job of being a fucking waste of space, I would just not do it. Like, they don't need to do that.
Oh yeah. Here's the thing: when a lot of the people that are on there, they are people that can't do things IRL. A lot of the people have disabilities where they can't go outside. It is their social circle.
But that comes back to the owner. That's her doing, putting people in that situation.
When you're continually told every other group is evil and we are the best, and
nope, they're not.
Anybody who leaves us is betrayal. You feel like you have to stay to socialize, to have any sort of social circle when you're the type of person that cannot get it IRL.
Okay.
Night shift. I'm a night shift nurse. I can't really hang out with people IRL
She hear you.
at all.
So what you're trying to say is, I mean, everything you're saying right now is actually more incriminating than anything you've actually said. So you're saying the culture of the staff there is very much toxic and like basically that she's manipulating everybody to basically do free work for her to fulfill her weird fetish.
Well, not to fulfill her weird fetish. I think she did start off genuinely trying to do something with this, and as it got bigger and bigger, she wasn't ready for the growth.
I mean, shit, look what she did to her boyfriend. Her boyfriend was sitting there like a fucking drone talking to me, and apparently she cheated on him multiple times, and he's sitting there fucking, I don't know, that's how he talked to me. So I can't say much. I don't really know. I'm just here. My girlfriend. Is she eating that guy? Do you know who that guy is?
No, never met him.
Oh, okay.
It's
But you
lot.
just painted, you know, what's supposed to be like a fun adult environment where people are just getting on to spend time with adults and just enjoy their time together, you know, not to mention the abuse of children happening potentially and whatever else is going on there. But it's actually not that at all. It's kind of defeats the purpose, right? Because isn't the whole point of engaging in a community for the fun of it, you know? So like if you're telling us as somebody who formerly, you know, worked there, that you would call it, like the fact that you're even calling it work to me suggests to me that there's a problem there. Like if you're coming out as one of the staff members there saying that it was a like shit environment, don't you think that they should just leave the group and maybe do their own thing without her fucking leadership or something? I mean, it's been done before. You can ask Donathan Italian Man.
It is extremely hard to do so when
Not really.
when every other social opportunity is presented to you as evil, because there is a lot of dissing of other groups. There's a lot of working with other groups.
I hear you.
And when your social circle is on VRCHAT, because a lot of people that play VRCHAT play it, and they are only it's their only form of socialization. And
yeah, but you're doing your part, like
necessity.
you're coming out and saying that's what's going on. So people that are listening on the staff team right now can hear what you're saying and be like, oh yeah, you're right, that is what's happening, you know, assuming that's what's happening.
It's also fear. I mean, I said it in my fucking ticket. I was asking if I could be anonymous because I was scared of getting doxxed.
Yeah.
Which, fairly certain I'm still gonna be. Hey guys.
I promise you, doxing is bullshit. Nobody gives a fuck. They'll only give a fuck if you're a pedophile, like they are, mostly, probably. It's mostly just a scare tactic. I mean, I've been people have tried doxing me plenty of times. Hasn't done a damn thing in my life.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of fucking losers on that game. That's what it is. No offense to anybody, but yeah. I mean, look, every single member of the staff team that I spoke to was fucking soulless, absolute like losers. That Fenrir guy was just doing. They keep talking about doing their rounds. It's just so sad to see. Like, just play the fucking game.
They deserve better. Everybody on the staff team deserves better. They were, when I was working there, everyone was fucking passionate about it, and everyone wanted to have this group grow, have the social circle expand, have more people join what we all saw as a very good community.
Nobody gets paid there, right?
No.
Okay, so it's not really work. It's more like you've been manipulated into banning people. Wait,
no,
why do you think I'm banned from their instances though? Like, do you know like why I would have been banned?
Probably trolling.
How did I troll them?
Sometimes the asking questions can feel like trolling because usually it does devolve into that.
But you watch how that whole interaction went down, right? Or at least most of it. It's like me having a conversation about like, hey, that girl is a 16-year-old that you have on staff yelling at me like a child. Like they would have perceived that as trolling.
And like someone said, it's the context of where you were doing it in. If you're doing it just in the verification area while they're trying to get people in, get people verified, it's not going to go very well.
So you would say they would label me as a troll when I basically help them realize that they're either expose them for having a child on their staff team or help them realize they have a child on the staff team.
It's not helping. They're going to think you're lying.
That I'm lying? I mean, she said it herself.
And it's also something that's best sorted through proper channels.
I don't give a shit about their channels, though. You know what I mean? I'm doing my thing over here. As far as I'm concerned, I think my influence is bigger than their entire influence. I would imagine. I bet you if Kishi turned on a live stream on YouTube right now, she wouldn't have that many viewers. Not that that matters, but I'm just saying, like, I don't give a shit about like their systems. That's the whole problem. Their systems are the problem. My system is, hey, this is what's happening. Here's the reality of life and situations. You know what I mean? I don't care how they would tell me to make a ticket. Make a ticket for the mod mail. How about you suck my cock? How about that? You know? I don't give a shit about your tickets for mod mail. Here's what's gonna happen. Okay, I'm gonna say, hey, you guys are doing some weird shit. You have a kid on your staff team. Oh, make a ticket. Well, I'll resolve it there. You know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna make the ticket. They're gonna sweep it under the rug and then just hope that nobody talks about it. That's what they want to do. Tickets are private and behind closed doors. They just want to cover it up. Instead, I'm just gonna get on here and use my platform and educate the people that actually are involved in the communities and stuff.
So also you'd say this is something that you try to prevent in your own community?
What, children or?
Just inappropriate, like, actions and comments.
Depends what you mean. I mean, we don't post pictures of our cocks in this server. We just talk. As far as I'm concerned, no children are being groomed in my server. And also, my server isn't themed around...
Mostly just received an inappropriate message just now, if you want to...
You received an inappropriate message?
Mm-hmm.
You want to make a ticket and show me?
Yeah, it's in the ticket that I made.
All right, let me look.
Are you blaming Urg for it?
Hmm?
That's what it sounds like.
Oh, just thought I'd deal with it while it's going on.
No, I mean, like...
no. These people are fucking weird. I'm just gonna ban them.
You can't control anybody. If someone says something bad, that's not...
No, that's not me fucking blaming you. That's just me letting you know.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, no, but this server isn't a sex cult. Like, you literally said it's a cult. Like, it's actually quite literally like a sex cult. That's what you're saying. Like a virtual sex cult.
Sorry, a bit of a cold.
You know? But yeah, no, we don't condone that stuff here.
Yeah, it's
a little different. We aren't a VRCHAT community. I doubt you even know much about our server. Like, do you think that we're like a VRCHAT group or something? Like, what do you think of what we do here?
No, I think you're a streamer who's got his own community, but...
Yeah, I mean, it's basically that. Like, I don't play... Like, I used to have a group in VRCHAT, but they permanently banned me, so I don't anymore. But it's not that we even...
I'm not accusing you of anything, mate.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, we didn't even, like, host... Like, the only thing I did as far as, like, group events on VRCHAT is I'd go live and then make a group instance and just invite everybody on my friends list and accept all my friends. And it was basically just a way for the community to... Whatever. People feel that you're defending them. Do you feel like you're defending them right now? How come you won't drop names exactly? Because you said you feel like you're going to get doxxed. Nobody cares. Nobody in this stream, nobody that has any value in life can dox you in a meaningful way. Like, if you're afraid that one of them are going to do something, they literally are too busy working their
I also don't
job.
want them to get doxxed, and I don't want them to get continually harassed.
They're not going to get doxxed or harassed.
Oh, no, they will. Trust me on that. They will... More than likely, they would get doxxed.
Are you just assuming the worst in people?
Because I've seen it.
Why do you... So here's the thing. I don't talk about that stuff because I don't condone it, right? And I think by you saying that, you're going to get them all doxxed more likely than, if you just dropped a name and told us what's going on. Like, if you give us a name and don't say anything about the doxing, obviously you did at this point. But you saying that alone, I feel like... Oh, wow, I'm thinking about doxing the staff now. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I feel like you're doing. Like, you're putting that idea in people's heads by even saying it at all. That's why I don't talk about it. Like, when I make exposed videos on predators, I don't mention, hey guys, don't harass, don't dox. I just say, here's the facts. So,
And
yeah.
not only that, you already made a big step by just coming in here and talking about everything.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact you're still DMing them is kind of weird, or receiving messages from them. I genuinely think you are just being manipulated at this point.
Maybe.
So
Maybe.
I mean, you said a lot of stuff that's bad for them. Like you said that you feel like it's a bad environment. I mean, the things you're saying, I don't think, yeah. And also, yeah, I guess someone says your boyfriend is still in that group. Like,
The fact that you just said maybe just tells all.
Yeah, no,
Like,
I'm,
You think it's
I'm
a
not gonna
joke.
lie. Maybe
No, it's like you think it's a
No.
joke, man.
maybe I am
Do you
still
think this
being
shit's a joke?
fucking. No, maybe I am still being fucking manipulated by them.
is your boyfriend staff?
No.
Yeah, I heard he was just a member, right? Yeah. So why is he in there with all this stuff happening too? I mean, you said he was laughing, like he knew more about her, right? You said, no, I don't think she's a predator or anything like that. And you said he's laughing, he thinks differently. Why is that?
I don't know.
Is he like where is he? Is he like in a call with you or in a room with you or what?
In the room with me.
Would he like to speak?
I don't think so.
Well, did you ask him? Like, is he listening?
I'm not a very public person.
It's okay. I mean, you can ask him if he wants to. He's welcome to speak. Can he hear me right now, or
No.
he can't hear me? She's muted.
Just like NM said in chat,
Nah,
she's
he said
shutting
no.
down.
He said no.
No, I was just muting to talk to him.
Okay. Wait,
Me?
so wait, I have a question. Why did you come in
Unfortunately.
here initially? Like the way you came in here initially, it sounded like you were saying stuff, and like you said, I don't think she's a predator, and you said very, very blatantly, like, why you're laughing? Like, okay, maybe he thinks differently. Like, if he thinks that way, if he has some reason to feel like that, I feel like that's important to get out there.
I'd rather get proof before making that kind of accusation.
You're not making an
against someone.
accusation though. You're just saying a rumor that you heard, or you're saying like an opinion.
Or listen, it doesn't have to be a rumor, it's a statement. And then we can go based off the statement. It's
Yeah,
that
like
simple. You're not putting
Exactly.
anyone in harm's way.
Going
Don't
based
you-
off of that sort of statement, it can get people in serious trouble, get their fucking houses swatted.
Hold on. You're here because you want to help us understand what's going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if in order for you to do that, you need to give us like a lead on something, right? So if there's something that you want to point us in the direction of, we can't do that if you don't tell us, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So
The problem is the danger that can come from making accusations that turn out to be false. I mean, we've all seen it with other creators getting accused and then it being found out to be not true.
Once again,
Their
we don't
entire
post-
lives ruined.
Yeah,
Once
nothing
again-
we're doing is false. I'd be very happy to be legally liable for everything that I've said up to this point.
No,
and
but
once
even
again, he only shares the facts. He doesn't share any false information.
True.
There's literally 100
Yeah, but a
videos
statement
videos he
that-
made.
It's
a
true.
statement that turns out to be false would count as
You're
false
not
information.
Okay.
It's a
you're just
statement that-
telling us like how you feel. Like you're gonna say, hey, like this is something that I've noticed and this is how I feel about it, type of deal.
Yeah, I don't feel like she's a fucking pedo.
Okay, what about the other things you mentioned beside Kishi? The names you don't want to drop, the other stuff.
I also don't think they're pedos.
What about the member that brought the
Who?
15?
then why are you here?
Possibly a pedo, but
Who?
I don't think
Let me guess, you're
Well, I
not going to
don't
say
have-
who.
I don't think or have any evidence that anybody on the staff team is a pedophile. I've never been shown any proof.
Why did
I've
they
been
have
told rumors
a?
from loads of different sources, but
Why did
I've
they
never been shown
verify
any
a
proof.
16-year-old to be staff for them? And that as you saw, because you said they changed it, right? So she had to be verified. Can you confirm that at least? The girl, the kitten girl. Like you're saying,
God only fucking knows.
right. But you're saying like she, based on the way the roles work, she should have been verified as an adult at that point if she's trying to help with staff stuff and in that room, right?
Mm.
What do you mean? Like, didn't you just say that before? You're like, oh, apparently they changed it. If you're like even anything at all, you should have been verified at that point. Or even, I mean, honestly,
You know what? I don't know.
okay, that's fine.
I'm
That's
I'm gonna
fine.
be honest and say I don't know.
Okay, wait, that's fine because I
And
actually,
Since I've
Yep.
given all of the information that I really have, and anything past this part is speculation, rumors that can heavily backfire on the people involved.
Are you being manipulated into
I'm
being
gonna
here
hop
to
off.
defend them?
Wait, can I just ask
Are
you a
you sure?
question though? Because I'm not asking about anybody specifically.
I'm gonna say like 5 minutes because I do need to head off for IRL shit.
Okay. So let me say this. In that instance where that girl was allegedly or apparently a 16-year-old, you said yourself that the only way she could be there is if she was trusted by the staff to be in that room, essentially, regardless of.
No,
So
the
how did she
person
get
who
in there?
invited her was on Orange. The 16-year-old.
No. Yeah, in my case.
The
The girl that was
very
yelling at me.
possible that she lied about her age.
But she was trusted enough by the staff to act on their behalf and lecture me and interrupt them to.
If you open up your own bar instance, you'll be able to find out how exactly that kind of shit happens, how exactly the Sunset Bar system works.
But she was clearly with the staff though. Like they were like the one Butters girl was like, "Kitten, no, kitten, come over here."
I don't know anything about this.
Right. But I'm just saying, for her to be in that room, they would have had to have been let in there by the staff.
Again, I don't know anything about this.
You just said that though earlier. You literally just said that.
That's how Sunset Bar works. You
Right.
have to.
And it was a Kingsters and Stoners instance that the staff were actively monitoring.
She necessarily knew them. She could have come up and said, "Hey, can I try out bartending, please?"
As a child, so they didn't.
Oh yeah, sure. Go ahead.
But they verified her as an adult to even be in there, right? Yeah, she lied about her age, whatever. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, so that's not just someone just coming in there, right?
Yeah, could be.
So you're saying any person can go in there and lie about their age and then instantly be in the staff room talking on behalf of the staff team?
They shouldn't, but...
Right. But regardless of whether that happened or not, if it was someone they trusted for a long time or someone they trusted for just a millisecond, which honestly makes it even worse, don't you think that's a bit negligent to, first of all, let her in there at all, and then also say, hey, we trust this person enough, so much so that we will let them into the staff room to talk to this guy in a, as on behalf of the staff team. Like, there's multiple layers of like negligence there, you know? Would you agree with that though? Doesn't that seem ridiculous?
That is a situation that I know nothing about.
But I'm asking your opinion on that. Like, would you agree that that's like multiple levels of like negligence? Like, how are you going to moderate anything at all if you're that negligent?
You know I think it's something that's hard to verify.
But yeah, but not only that, but like, how is there any verification at all if a child gets through the verification at the front door, gets close enough to the staff to have apparently, you know, personal interactions with them, and then get in the staff room and talk on behalf of the staff? Like they stepped aside. Like the guy I was talking to, he stepped out of the way. Hey, here's Kitten. Kitten's turn to talk.
I don't know anything about that situation. I don't know Kitten, and I don't know the current staff team.
Right, I understand.
I know what
currently
happened when I was staff, but I
so
don't
from when
know.
you were there, how do you feel about that situation?
System they go by anymore.
I just have one question, if you don't mind.
Hold on. If you were
have
there,
like 1 minute left, lads.
All right, I understand. If you were there, when you were there, I'm talking about like when you were there. If that situation happened, would you agree that would be a big, like, massive oversight based on the systems at the time?
I think at the time apologies, a bit sick at the moment. I think back when I was staff, and I mean, I left. I can see exactly when I left.
I mean, you don't need to tell me specifically. I'm just saying, like, would you have felt if that situation unfolded while you were staff in that instance alongside them, based on the way you know how things operated? Don't you think that would have been a massive oversight, like a massive level of incompetence of verifying, which is pretty much the only thing they're required to do?
It depends. I do gotta head off now.
Okay, that was a non-answer. Can you just give me your opinion? Do you not see it?
It depends. I don't know the full situation.
I'm saying from as you perceive that. You don't see that as a...
It depends.
Depends on what.
Has anything on you?
I don't know what extent she was working in. I don't know if she was a full staff member. I don't know if she was a freelancer. I don't know if she was just volunteering for the day.
But she shouldn't even have been in the instance at all,
I don't know. I don't know if she lied at the door, what type of voice she had. Did she seem older than she was? Lied at the door, and said, "Hey, can I try out being bartender?" Got back there and started acting like staff.
That's
Or
multiple,
she's
like,
hired as staff. I have
that's
no idea.
multiple oversights though, right? It's not just like, oh shit, this person convinced us that they were an adult and we let them in as a
It
member.
depends, lads. It depends. I have to head.
I'm giving you the
Thanks for the
circumstances it
time.
depends on, and you're not answering.
Do you know what
Birdie,
day
does
it is at least?
Wait, hold on. Birdie, does the group have anything on you that they don't want to share? Are you being blackmailed?
Sounds like she's getting some
manipulated or
messages.
something?
I mean, she's progressively got more
Yeah.
shut down. So
Oh yeah, absolutely.
She's definitely either being blackmailed or manipulated.
Yeah, there you go.
100%. Yeah.
yeah, did you the shift of energy from the beginning? She was so confident and willing to speak, and by the end of that, she's like about to fucking break down in tears.
You can tell because she started cussing and shit, and then all her responses started getting really fast and short.
That's what I would expect to hear from talking to one of their staff members in an instance. Oh, it depends. We can't tell you. That's the same way that cuck boyfriend was talking to me.